I'm Poole, I'm in Year 10, Year 11, B7 Music. This is my presentation on DJs. What is a DJ? A DJ is the king or queen of the sound system. It is the person in the gig who makes the beats for the song. It is the backing track and they can spin tunes on the song to make it sound different, and it makes it more bass. For example, if you're in a club and you have a DJ who will put more bouncy beats on the track, because when you're in a club you need the tunes to be upbeat and loud. This is what a DJ does. In other words, he spins the track, as they call it. Academic skills. Being a DJ, you need a variety of academic skills. They would need to be able to play music, they need to be good with ICT, and they need to be good with the sound engineering background, and they would have to go to college to study a course in DJing. They need to have this because you need to be able to use the massive desk, you need to know what each button does, how to spin the disc, and be able to play an upbeat tune into a song. Without these qualifications, it would be difficult to be a DJ because you need to be able to work with all these high-tech equipment, and without any background in this kind of work, it would be impossible to use. Work experiences. Work experience is a key part to being a DJ's career. They need to have been up on the stage working with the equipment in a live gig to have to say they've had the experience. Because when they say they have played a gig, the employers will be more interested in employing you, knowing that you are familiar with going on stage. If you hadn't gone on and had work experience, it would be daunting going for a job and having to get on stage and be a DJ without actually having the experience first. Organisation skills. Organisation skills are a main part of being a DJ. They need to make sure they have all the equipment, making sure they are organised enough to know it is all in working order. Also, they need to be organised and making sure they have got the transport to take all the equipment over that they needed. Without being organised and having all the equipment and all they are needed, the DJ wouldn't be able to do their show, because they need all the equipment to do their job. The DJ needs to be able to organise workers, because without organisations they wouldn't have a DJ. Salary and working hours. The hours of a DJ would be late nights to early hours, because DJs work in clubs or in pubs doing parties. Parties and clubs open till late, so DJs work through the night and make the party good. The salaries of DJ would be around £28,000 per year, because they play long nights sometimes, very depending on when they are needed. The amount of money that they get depends on how big of a show they are performing at. Jobs and opportunities. Job opportunities are good for DJs because they need to be able to get on stage as much as they can to show off their skills. They need to start off small to make it to the big time. They could just start off doing parties and pubs and work their way up to the nightclubs, then the arenas and festivals. More job opportunities for DJs are as good as the big ones. It's all time on stage. How do DJs work within the different production companies? DJs work with production companies like broadcasting companies and getting themselves known by people, letting their beats be used as backing tracks or to spice a song up. By doing this, it gets them known. They also work with recording studios and work as a DJ in the background, mixing the desk up for the bands and the singers. They could also work with the distribution companies by having themselves advertised by the big gigs, getting them places to perform. They also work with them by selling their merchandise to up-and-coming fans. This is also a good way of making money. How do DJs relate to the service companies? DJs work with service companies on the transport and getting their mixing desk and their equipment to all the venues. With the transport, they would be able to get them paid events. They also work with the service companies like lighting, because they need the lighting to go with the beats of the song and make it more fun to dance and listen to. They could also work with the sound and health and safety and ensuring that they are doing what will bring no harm to anyone, and the sound will make sure everything sounds okay when there are no problems. Thanks for watching.